Welcome back, one and all, to the Weekender's Edge. I'm your host, Nick Simonson, outdoors writer with my materials online at newsdakota.com and dakotaedge.com. So great to be with you here as we get into the third weekend of January, a more winter-like weekend from what we have seen. Obviously, those warm temperatures, upper 30s, low 40s, even some 50s out there on the North Dakota landscape have wreaked some havoc on ice conditions throughout the state. But that will not be the case as we take your next 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and wrap them all up into the next 3 minutes to help you get the most out of that good ice that's out there for your fishing adventures on the weekend. Starting with Friday the 22nd, your wake-up low will be right around 8 degrees with a high getting into the upper teens. The wind will be west for most of the day, 10 miles an hour with those gusts up around 20 and partly sunny conditions lasting until dusk when those clouds start to move in for Saturday. Saturday the 23rd, you'll have a wake-up low right around 10 degrees with a high near 21 degrees. This will be our pick of the weekend because of those warmer conditions. Those mostly cloudy conditions will give you some low light cover to fish for those bluegills, those perch, and those walleyes, and those light-sensitive fish that are out there. You're going to see a wind switch to the southeast and then by nightfall east, but again, 10 to 20 miles an hour throughout the day is sort of your given for your Saturday. A slight chance of snow moves in, but don't expect anything heavy as we get going and wrap up your weekend. Sunday the 24th, that wake-up low will be right around 5 degrees with a high in the middle teens. Winds will shift all throughout the day. You'll start out north at around 10 miles an hour. By the time the sun sets, winds will be out of the south at about the same rate under those partly cloudy skies. So a pretty good weekend as you're looking at winter conditions, as you are looking at ice conditions. And it's important that you pay attention to what is going on out there in terms of that ice and its solid nature. We caught up with Greg Enstad of the Ashtabula Crossing to give us an update on how things are sitting on the reservoir and how the bite is going.
We never lost any of our ice condition, and right now it's improving. We have 15 inches of ice pretty much everywhere other than the open water in certain spots. Some of that open water I've checked out front of the resort, of course, by the bridge is always thawed out. Right now that's open under the bridge. Then there's some pressure ridges south of the crossing. There's some pressure ridges north of the crossing. A lot of people that are out looking for the perch are getting into them, and they are 10, 11 inch. There is up to 12 inch perch being brought out of here when they find them. And a lot of walleye been pulled out of here, and we had some whoppers brought in.
That was Greg Enstad, owner of the Ashtabula Crossing, giving us some insight as to what to expect. Again, don't take anybody's word for it. Make sure you check yourself. Ice conditions can vary, but it's important that you use that auger, use that spud bar, and pay attention to what's ahead if you're walking out, if you're driving out on an ATV, whatever the case might be. Take those into consideration and make the most out of this weekend and have a great time on the ice. For the Weekender's Edge, I'm Nick Simonson. Good fishing to ya.